What we're looking at today is an analysis of a digital document, archive file M78. It's an ongoing, and perhaps final, record from a user named Josh Parker, detailing his encounter with a strange book he calls the Scabree artifact. What follows is a chronological reconstruction of the events, exactly as he logged them.
The whole investigation starts with this quote from W.B. Yeats. It was found printed on the back cover of the book. It's the only description, the only clue as to what's inside. And, well, it definitely sets a certain tone for everything that comes next. So, meet our subject, Josh Parker. His goal was simple, something a lot of us can probably relate to. He just wanted to find a book that could actually genuinely scare him. And his search led him to a pretty ordinary place, a local used bookstore. You know, the kind of mundane setting where you'd never expect anything truly disturbing to begin. And this is what he finds. A novel called Scarecrow by an author no one's ever heard of, Scabree. It's old, the pages are yellow, the cover's peeling off. But the crucial detail here is how he found it. It was shoved way back on a shelf, behind other books, almost like someone had deliberately hidden it, like they didn't want it to be found. Now, here's where things start to get really strange. When Josh actually starts reading, he finds this bizarre disconnect. The story itself, it's boring. A really dry political tale about some farmer, but the illustrations, which are completely uncredited by the way, there's something else entirely. He describes them as photorealistic but blurry and just wrong. They have no connection to the story, and they are deeply, deeply unsettling.
And this, from Josh's own log, is the first truly anomalous event. He felt watched. Not just in a general, creepy way, but a specific sensation that the figures in the illustrations were looking at him. And here's the key. He scanned the images onto his computer, and when he looked at them on the screen, he felt nothing. The effect was tied to the physical object itself.
This question, which he records in his log, is the real turning point. This is where a simple, creepy book find transforms into a full-blown and maybe even paranoid investigation. Because that's a question you can't just leave unanswered, right? So, like anyone would, he hits the internet. He searches for the author, Scabree. The search only turns up 3 results. The first is useless, just an out-of-stock listing on a dead website. The second is a broken link. But the third one was an active anomaly. It was just a black page that wouldn't load. And according to Josh, faint, unintelligible whispers started coming out of his computer speakers. Even weirder, when he went back to look later, the link was gone, vanished from the search results completely. With the digital trail going cold, he turns to people. He manages to track down 2 potential leads. One is Wesley Childs, the guy who painted the cover art. The other is a man named Tom Harkey, a former editor for the publisher, Margrave Press, a company that seems to have completely disappeared off the face of the earth. Harkey is the only known living connection to the book.
Josh's first attempt to make contact does not go well. He sends a polite email to Tom Harkey's office, and this is the immediate, incredibly hostile reply he gets. I mean, look at that. That is not a standard no comment. That is a wall going up. That is a threat. It's a massive red flag that suggests whatever this book is, it's tied to something dangerous. But then, shortly after that hostile email, Josh gets another message. This one's from the cover artist, Wesley Childs, and he basically recants his first statement. He comes clean, confessing that he was actively trying to forget ever working on that book. Why? Because while he was painting the cover, he experienced the exact same things Josh did. Whispers coming from the art and the constant, unnerving feeling of being watched.
This is the moment everything escalates. Josh receives another email. It's not from Tom Harkey's office this time. It seems to be from his personal account, and the tone has completely changed. It's no longer hostile. It's terrified. This is a direct, panicked warning.
So, after a warning like that, what choice does he have? Josh tries to destroy the book. He puts it in a steel bucket, strikes a match, but he can't do it. He describes being physically unable to drop the flame onto the cover. He said it wasn't just him hesitating. He felt this immense, furious presence promising horrible retribution if he went through with it. The book, it seems, can protect itself. And just when you think it can't get any worse, it does. Josh's log notes a terrifying change in the phenomenon. The entity, whatever it is, no longer needs the illustrations to watch him. It's found a more direct way. The very act of reading the text is now enough. The words themselves had become its eyes. The book itself begins to change to reflect this intrusion. The main character, this farmer, Fenton McCall, suddenly starts quoting word for word from that same Yeats poem on the back cover. At this point, the lines between the author, the character, and the entity speaking have completely dissolved. The story is collapsing in on itself.
After this, the record grows quiet. Josh stops talking about the plot, he stops investigating, he's almost finished the book, and then he posts one last chilling entry.
I don't know why they would want me to know. Who are they, and what is it he now knows after finishing that book? We don't have the answers, because after he posted that, communication stopped, the log went cold, and that's where the archive ends.